Okay, now that everything seems to be working, and with a bunch of ship ports in our... well, 7 ship ports now on our ship, let's go to our new location, the Forest Naval. Lift off! This is a very fun location in my eyes, especially when I'm trying to, like, get everything I can done. Now, I do want to get Pikmin, but I don't want to get 100. I want to get, let's say, 25... probably only need 20, but I'll get 25 yellows. You guys can come over this way. They can work on that, and let's get out 50 reds. That'll leave us an extra 25 to work with. Okay, we'll have the reds go down this way. I won't have them all working though, because we're gonna have a fair number. Might be a bit too much. We'll have some working on that one, and the rest working on this one. Okay, now Captain Odemar. We're gonna go around, we're not gonna deal with that guy right now. Oh, are these guys? Because those are the sheer grubs, but except they're the flying kind, so they are not as nice to deal with. Anyways, we go over here and we find ourselves a blue onion. Unfortunately, this little guy landed straight into the water, so he's good as dead. Anyways, we flick you out, and what do we have here but a Pikmin with a mouth. A mouth or a gill, I guess it's supposed to be in the game. It's a Pikmin of yet another color. Near the front cheek is what appear to be a set of gills. This trait suggests to me that the blue type of Pikmin can enter the water without any trouble whatsoever. There's only one way to find out. We're already in the water, so we know this is no issue. Okay, so we're just gonna do what we usually do when we get ourselves a new Pikmin, and just start collecting everything we can. I say, come on, buddy. Okay, that guy over there, I want to try and actually use this, but I'm gonna want 2 of these guys. Come on, guys, come here. There we go. Want 2 of them working on that together. Because when they work together, they're actually going to take this guy into the onion. Well, maybe not into the onion, but right under it. Where, yeah, you can see he took a lot of damage from that. And if one bounced to the head, killed him. And my goodness, my space float! This float is an absolute necessity for any pilot who lacks skill at swimming in space. Yes! This thing was actually carrying a ship piece. So if you actually have looked on your map when he was around, you would have noticed, hey, there's a ship piece. And then when you have gone to go find that ship piece, you might have noticed it was gone. That is why. Also, funny thing, despite the fact this ship piece is supposed to be so heavy, if we actually happen to have a Pikmin seed sprout underneath it, we will move the ship piece so that Olimar can pluck. So we don't have to worry about Pikmin not being available to us. However, it is going to be heavier than what we currently have available to us. We are going to need, at the bare minimum, 25 blues, which is why I left 25 left for us. Also, we heard in the distance some little jingle that is letting us know that, hey, yellow Pikmin probably finished what they were doing. Now, if I can get a blue to land on this guy, or if we can just hit him in the air, that'll knock him down. Now again, just like the normal sheer grubs, you have to be careful because if this guy gets as much as on a Pikmin, it's an automatic death. And we got a bit lucky, I will say, considering that these guys were further away. Okay, those guys! The, warthog-looking things, you gotta be careful because they spit fire! Ah, that was just unlucky on my part. That was just really unlucky. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. In this case, I lost a fair number. Okay, these guys can just start trying to carry the dang thing. I've made yet another discovery related to Pikmin. When I've exceeded 100 in the field, the onion starts sprouting. Yes, it's the same thing as before. You can't have more than 100 Pikmin out in the field at any time. There we go. They can all walk on that. Oh, there's a sprout I didn't see. I thought something was off, but I'm like, oh no, I just must be looking at this wrong. Okay, so those 25 can go and take that one, and now I want to go grab my yellows over this way. Shoot. Now remember, the leaf Pikmin are slow, so they're going to be a while. These guys, I'm going to have go over this way. And to be honest, I don't know if tearing down that wall even matters much in the long haul, but I like to do it anyways. Now, these guys I'm going to have on this thing. I think we only need 20, so we should be fine. But yeah, they're going to work on that, and they're going to build a bridge, essentially. A bridge that we won't be able to cross. It's more like a stick bridge. But we're going to go down here and use our red Pikmin to go and face these guys. Now, the way it works is that when you have Pikmin on these guys, they will try to throw them off, which can be a bit dangerous, especially when you are near water, or, say, a bottomless pit. Other than that, you're fine, more or less. So yeah, you want them to attack, he does that. Also, if you get too close, you can get that to happen. They can hit all of them off. Also, that thing, out in the water. Very dangerous. These frogs are some of the most dangerous enemies you'll find in the game. Because they can destroy so many Pikmin so easily. You have two options. Trying to do the swarm, which is dangerous! Or you just throw them on top, which is the safer way of doing things. Okay. For right now, I think we'll just leave this all behind. We'll let the blues take this, and those two guys can just keep doing that. We're not gonna need too many blues, but it doesn't hurt to have some. And you see right there, that guy got very close to falling into the water, and that guy almost chucked them off. Now, I'm not worried about Olimar right now, because we will get him healed up. So we did all of that just so I can clear this pathway. These guys can start banging on that wall. Honestly, they could have been fine there, as if they just kept banging on the wall, eventually... Blah, blah, blah. Eventually, they would have been fine, because red Pikmin are immune to fire. Blue Pikmin are immune to water, and yellow Pikmin can just jump very high. Now, the blue guys are still taking some time, but that's to be expected. Again, they're slower. Another thing is that these guys won't just wait behind another guy because they're slower. The automatic gear, it has a thin crack running through it. I tried to fill it in with dirt. I hope it'll be alright. And now we covered 8 out of 30. 4 more to increase our capabilities. So let's have these guys go over here and give them a hand. Also, if Olimar stand under his ship, we can get ourselves healed up so we don't have to keep hearing that beeping. As well as it will tell us how many more ship pieces we need to actually expand our search. And there we go, the space float. An excellent swimmer like me has no need for something like this, but my motto is always be prepared. Really, it's just for emergencies. I have now recovered 9 out of 30. So, yes, we're almost 1/3 of the way towards our actual goal of, well, getting enough ship pieces to go back home. Now, how this game works is that you need 25 specific pieces in order to get the, to escape the planet. There are 30 pieces in all, that means that 5 pieces are not necessary to actually completing the game. Stop it! So if you happen to collect the 25, you get the normal ending. If you get all 30, you get the good ending. Ah, shoot, that was close. And if you don't collect at the very bare minimum, the 25 you need it for at least the okay ending, well, it's the bad ending. Okay, I'm gonna have these guys come with me, just so that they can help tear down this wall. Because I'm going to take these guys, and we're gonna go around. Again, I'm taking my time. Normally, I'd be trying to get a lot more ship pieces done today than what we currently got. And now, technically, this is not necessary. There's actually an a different way of doing this, and it's by using yellows, but for right now, I'm just gonna let these guys go. They're gonna build that bridge. Okay, good. They got that thing over there completed. Because I would have had the blues start taking the bodies back, but with that one fiery blowhog, I'm a little bit afraid for him, so... I want to kill this guy before we actually start taking the bodies. Now, the Pikmin will not catch fire when they are standing on top of the blowhog, thankfully. Like when they're actually attacking it, so you don't have to worry about them getting burned on that one. Okay, so I want to disband, take my yellows, because another way of doing this is that you just throw the yellows up here, and then you command them to build a bridge. Or if they get close enough, they'll just do it automatically. You can also do the same thing with the reds, although it's not as easy to do in my eyes. Anyways, I found my gravity jumper. By manipulating the force of gravity, this key component gives me the final boost I need to make the jump into light speed. Good thing I found it. Yes. Now you also have to be careful with these bridges. If Pikmin are underneath them when a bridge is being built, they can slip under the map and, well, they die. It's a very, like, lame kind of death to have happen, but it can happen. So I'm gonna have the reds actually go up here to carry the item. They can also help build this thing. Because again, remember, reds are more powerful than the blues. I don't know if that makes a difference in terms of the bridge building or not. And you jerk! Okay. Pikmin are all gonna come together. You 50 are gonna come with me. And you're going to take the spring. Let's see, I think it can only carry 45, so... Okay, men, split up again. Okay. They can just all grab that then. Yellows, because why not? You can take these. You'll get more bonus out of it than I will. Or than the blues will. Plus, the blues can take the corpses. There's another thing I could try to have these guys do. You guys can go right here for right now. 5, so... 1, 2... 3, 4, 5. No, I don't want you getting the body. No, stop it with the body! I want you to grab the freaking pellet! So I want to see if I can actually use these yellows for something else. Well, there we go. We have got the gravity jumper. This anti-gravity device allows the dolphin to swim gracefully through the sea of stars like a dolphin. Yes, in case anybody does not know, the whole idea slash joke of the dolphin is that the dolphin was the code name for the Nintendo GameCube. As a matter of fact, if you go back and play Majora's Mask, at the observatory underground, you can actually find a small picture with a dolphin on it. That also being a reference to it, as well as in Donkey Kong 64, if you happen to get the 101% ending, you will notice that there's a thing that's like auditions, and there is that of a dolphin on it. So again, the whole dolphin aspect Well, that's the code name of the GameCube. Okay, so Bomb Rocks, there's a lot of walls here, and I'm gonna be honest, I find that, I don't know why, I feel like sometimes Pikmin don't always take walls, despite the fact that some of them are more obvious. Like, this is meant to be here, this is meant to be broken down, but I've had Pikmin go, like, the longest way around possible, and I'm like, wait, why didn't they just go, like, say, this way? This way seems so much faster. How is the other way any better? So, I don't know. Anyways, we're running out of time. I don't know if we can actually get another body back in time, but I will give it a shot. Okay, that's more bodies, that's good. I don't think we're leaving anybody behind, and yeah, there's a lot of pieces here. We only essentially scratched the surface. Okay, men, head off. They're both like, oh no, I don't know where I'm going! My engine's not here! I have to go all the way around! Thankfully they do make it, so it's not like it's an issue with them. Ba, 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 ba. Yes, Wollywogs. The most hated of Pikmin enemies. Day 4 since impact. Deep in the cave, I discovered in the forest. Deep in the cave, I discovered in the forest. I encountered blue Pikmin. These blue fellows have something resembling gills on their cheeks, and they appear to be amphibious, surviving both in water and on land. The wonders of nature never cease to stun me, even in this alien world. Land. Yeah, I want to say the gills is supposed to be the mouth. That's the only thing I can actually see it being, but yes, as we see, we now have more blue Pikmin than we do yellow Pikmin, so I was really going, quote, overboard with blues, but hey, blues will be very important, especially with the next area that we will be unlocking eventually.